YouTube, Tri-Brigade is here, and it is top tier. I want to first give a huge shout out to my boy Steven. He taught me everything I need to know about Tri-Brigade, and he has his videos on YouTube, so make sure you go check out his combo guide and his Tri-Brigade videos. I'll leave the links in the description below. Make sure you give him a like, comment, and smash that sub button. Thank you, bro. You mean everything to me. Thank you, brother. Now, also a huge shout out to one of my biggest competitive inspirations. I didn't get to say this enough, but thank you, Max. Max K is one of my closest friends. Amazing competitive inspiration to me. Really got me into competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Got me into my first leagues. Thank you, brother. You mean the world to me as well. Okay, now on to the deck profile. So first things first, I'm going to teach you something about all the Tri-Brigade monsters, what they can do. So every Tri-Brigade monster can banish any amount of Tri-Beasts. Actually, X. So I'm going to put this here. A little bit easier to understand the difference. One second. And 3, 2, 1, boom! Okay. So, Tri-Beast means any Tri-Beast monster, Beast Warrior, Beast, or Wing Beast. When I say Tri-Brigade, I mean any Tri-Brigade monster. This is the reference in any of the videos. So, here, all of your Tri-Brigade main deck monsters have the ability to banish any amount of Beast, Beast Warrior, or Wing Beast from your graveyard and special summon a Link monster from your extra deck, Beast, Beast Warrior, or Wing Beast, whose rating is equal to the amount of monsters banished. So if I banish 2, Link 2. Banish 3, Link 3. Banish 4, Link 4, so on and so forth. Okay, but on top of that, they all each have individual effects on top of it. Rocktail can Foolish Burial any Tri-Beast monster from deck to graveyard. Kit can send any Tri-Brigade card from deck to graveyard, spell, trap, or monster. Nerval can add any Tri-Brigade monster from deck to hand. And Caress can discard any Tri-Beast to special summon itself as an extender. Now, on top of that, we're also playing Cerebral. This card is in here just because it's a tuner to make Herald. Rescue Cat is a very good starter, the best starter in the deck. Contribute itself to summon any 2 beasts level 3 or lower from deck. So they have to be beast monsters, so they're either going to be Cerebral, Kit, or Caress. Then we have Tenki, which can search your Froctile for more consistency. Then we play Prep for Rights with Cerubus. Cerubus is really good to help dodge those pesky effect failures, but it's also really good going second to dodge backer like Book of Moon, Chalice, or anything like an Armed Dragon Pop that would get in your way. Now, next, we have our extra deck. So we have Herald of Arclight, which is an Omni Negate. Any card also sent from hand or field to the grave is banished instead. So if your opponent activates a Shaddoll Fusion, it's a great way to banish all their Shaddoll monsters. And another thing that this card does is in the mirror match, if you go first, they have to banish everything that they would send off Froctile, so it gives you an advantage in the mirror. And then, also, when this thing is sent to the graveyard by any means necessary, you can search any ritual from deck to hand. That will generally be your Sarvis, which will help you protect against the Sunrise Pop. On top of that, we run Nightmare Unicorn, Sharag. So now I'm going to go over what the Tri-Links do. So Sharag takes 2 any Tri-Beast monsters at the very least. It's a Link 4. On summon, it can banish any card in the field that is a non-target banish, meaning that if your opponent does not respond to the effect activation, you can banish any card they control without being able to respond thereafter. And also, if this is sent to the graveyard, you can add from deck to hand any Tri-Beast monster whose level is equal to the amount of cards banished or less than. So if you add 4 cards banished, add a level 4 monster, that is a Tri-Beast. 3, 3, or 4 or less. 3 is 3 or less. 2 is 2 or less. You get the idea. Okay. So next we run. Oh, I should also bring up that Sharag has one more thing. That if you special summon a Beast, Warrior, or Wing Beast while it's on the field, you can also banish as well. Which helps because Rugal and Revolt can trigger it even if you still have it on the field and you don't summon it. So keep that in mind. Next, we run Dry Trenchier. Basically, it takes 2 or more Link monsters. As a Link 4, when Link Summon can set your Sun Avalon Bloom from deck, which, when Bloom is activated, can negate non-target all of your opponent's monster effects in the field. Also, Bloom will boost up Dry Trenchier on your turn by the attack of all the Link monsters pointed to it. So, if you have, for example, not all Link monsters, but all monsters. So if you have Shirag pointed to it, it gains 3,000 attack. If you have a Shirag and a Frogtail, up to 4,900, this thing can get really big really fast. Next, we have Double Dragon Lords, which can send any monster from hand or field to graveyard to compulse one monster you control hand or face-up card that you control. This card is really good because you can cheat out with any of the Tri-Brigades because it is a warrior. And this thing can send itself for cost. So it can send for cost. So you can send this to the graveyard for cost, then chain Revolt, and then Revolt can summon out your Shirag. And this is great with the 1-card combo because you'll have a live Frigit and a live Bear Brum in rotation when you use that. Next, we have Bear Brum. Bear Brum can discard any 2 cards to summon any Tri-Beast monster from the banish pile. And if this card is sent to the graveyard, any Tri-Spell Trap from hand and place 1 card in your hand bottom of the deck. Then, also, it locks you into Tri-Monsters, so make sure this is the very last thing you do. Then we have Frigit, which can special any Tri-Beast monster from the hand as a great extender. When sent to the grave, draws 1 and sends 1 to the bottom of the deck. This is also played as a Dogmatica card in the package to draw cards. In Voiceless Voice, very common to see that. Then you have Rugal, which can special summon any level 4 or lower Tri-Beast from the graveyard as a effect. Returns to the hand during the end phase, and when sent to the graveyard, your opponent's monsters will lose 300 for each different Tri-Beast monster control. And then last is Revolt. So Revolt is very, very powerful trap card. It can special summon any amount of Tri-Beast monsters from the banish zone or graveyard. And then you can special summon a Tri-Beast Link monster who's equal to its, I should say a Tri-Brigade, not Tri-Beast, Tri-Brigade Link monster, whose Link material equals its rating. So for example, if you have a 2, a 1, and a 1, you can summon a Link 4, and so on and so forth. That's generally what you would do. You'd summon Bear Brum, then your Kit, and then something like a Nerval, and then Kit can send Nerval to graveyard, and then you would search a Tri-Beast for follow-up, and a Tri-Brigade for follow-up, and then summon out your Shirag, banish any card in the field. So very, very strong trap card at that. Okay, with that being said, let's get into a few of the combos. Now, I'm only going to go over a few because Steven has done such a great job on his video that I will just link you to his if you want more of an in-depth combo guide. But I'm going to go over a few more different combos that I think you should know. I should say a few of the different combos that I think you should know. Anyway. But if you definitely want a more in-depth situation, please check out Steven's video. I can't stress it enough. Okay. Next. 1-card cat. Alright, so this is what you're going to do if you have cat and nothing else. It is an absolutely insane combo. You're going to end on Double Dragon Lords, Rugal, plus Herald, plus Revolt. So we're going to summon the cat. Cat's going to activate its effect. You're going to summon back Kit and Carasir out of the deck.
Come here. I know what to do.
Then we are going to link these 2 off into Frigit.
Watch this.
We're going to use Kit's effect. We're going to send Nerval from deck to graveyard. Then we are going to make sure we search a Kit. If we already have Kit in hand already, then we'll just pick up any different Tri-Beast. We're going to activate Frigit's effect. Special summoning Kit. Make sure it's on the left or far right zone. Do not summon it in the middle, because if you summon things to the middle, you will not have link arrows to point your links to.
Come here.
Then Kit's effect will banish 4 to summon out our Shirag.
Watch this.
Do not use Shirag's effect to banish. Instead, we're going to link off our Shirag and our Kit, not our Kit, our Frigit and Shirag to use make Bear Brum. Then we're going to chain block to play around Skullmeister. Shirag chain link 1. Frigit chain link 2 just to play around Skullmeister here. And then here we will add Cerebral with Shirag's effect. Then we will pitch 2 cards from hand, summoning back our Kit, not our Kit, our Nerval on the far end zone.
Come here.
Cerebral activates.
I know what to do.
Then we will make our Herald on the other far end zone. Very important you do this because, like I said, you need the arrows. So you can only link summon to a zone that's open. So next we will make DDL.
I know what to
Double
do.
Dragon Lords. And then from here we will make our Rugal.
Watch this.
Searching a copy of our Revolt.
I activate my monster's effect.
Putting back our Tanky, or whatever other card you want to put back. Draw for skill. And then, voila. So, if we go up against heroes, how would I use my interruptions? Well, if we go up against hero, it depends on the board you end on. If we end on a Dryad Trenchier field, then I would not use Dryad to negate Stratos. And the reason why is because they can chain Super Poly to it. And then after they chain Super Poly, then they can pop your Revolt on target and you won't be able to respond to it. So, generally a good Herald negate sometimes is to just negate Stratos in that case. Because if you negate Stratos, then even if they were to chain Super Poly, they're not going to get its effect. They won't be able to blow up your back row. Then most of your other disruptions can just carry you at that point. And you want to use Revolt in the battle phase to summon out your Shirag then. So that way they really are left with no other options. And then that Herald will go ahead and pick up a Cerebus from the deck. And Cerebus will give it to use its effect. And we will be able to use Cerebus' effect to negate the Sunrise. And I just pronounced the ritual in 3 different ways. So that's your 1-card line. Next, I want to teach you a 2-card line that I did some testing on Dueling Book. And I think this is a really good 2-card line as well. Note if you get Veilered here, it will not work. So if you were to get Veilered here, this does not work.
Hurry up. There are plenty others I need to take down.
If you are a true duelist, I expect nothing less than your best strategies.
Duel!
Here I go. My turn. From my hand, I activate a spell. All right.
Okay,
I summon a monster in attack position.
so pay attention.
No matter what you play,
So,
I'll just...
because we opened up Kit plus Nerval, here's what we're going to do.
I activate my
We're going to pretend we don't have Cat in hand. We're going to summon Caress.
Here.
Now Nerval will go ahead and search Froctile. Froctile will use its effect, sending Kit. And then from this point on, we're going to send another Tri-Beast monster. Tri-Brigade monster. Here, just dump another Froctile is fine. You can send any Tri-Brigade monster there. Doesn't matter. We'll banish 4. Summon Shirag. We're not going to use Shirag's effect, and we're going to go directly into Bear Brum. Now here, we'd search Rescue Cat. So we'd search our Rescue Cat. Then we summon Cat. If you have Cat, search something else, obviously. Then we can activate Cat. Here we're going to summon Kit and Cerebral to the far right and left zones. If you drew another Kit, then just summon Caress. That's also fine. Then, at this point, what we were going to do, we'll make Herald.
I know what to do.
Oh, preferably, like I said, summon Cerebral to the middle zone, not to the far left. I'm sorry about that. Summon Cerebral to the middle zone. And the reason why is that way you don't have to make Herald first. It's not too different. It's not really that important, but the reason why is that way you want to be able to summon Nerval before then, so you don't have to banish whatever you use in hand. You can send it to go. That's the difference. But make sure you summon Herald to the far left or right zone, because that's important. Otherwise, you won't be able to extend. Next, we'll send 2 cards. Summon our Nerval. Activate Nerval's effect, banishing 2 cards. To summon out our DDL. Then we will make our, we will scale. Again, we went second, so we have an extra card in hand. Normally, we wouldn't have an extra card, so just keep that in mind. Then we will make our Rugal.
Watch this. Link summon.
Then Bear Brum, search Revolt. Put back a card.
I set a card.
And voila. This is technically not in the hand, but we get back to that similar setup. Now, the only difference here is on the traditional 1-card cat line, you won't be able to summon back your Frigite. You won't have a Frigite in rotation, so you're gonna have to use both of your disruptions first. Normally on the 1-card cat line, you can either use DDL or Herald, and then summon back like Frigite and Kit and Bearbrum to make Frigite and Bearbrum to make Shirag. But you don't want to do that. You won't be able to do that in this case, but it's okay. That's not generally that important in most cases scenario, unless you're trying to play around like double MST. But like I said, very, very good line here. And then I'm gonna leave the rest of the lines for Steven to show you, so this doesn't take too long. But just a good range to get you started on what you can do with some 2-card combos. The other 2-card line that is that you can end on your Raya plus your Herald and your Revolt. That's a different 2-card line where you just search Cerebral. But like I said before, yeah. Okay. Anyway, on to the replays. Here we go. Enjoy.